Hi, it's Karen Gilbert from Simply Said with Karen, and today I want to show you a new product, or at least a couple of new products, in the January to July mini catalog. They will be available on January the 4th, and so these are a couple of fun products that I'm sure you will enjoy. The first one I want to show you, or rather I'd like to start with the stamp set. It's called Art Gallery, and this is part of the Fine Art Floral Gallery. It has a number of products in it, and this is two-step stamping, and there's a number of things that you can do with this. Today I'm going to show you how to use the new product. It's called Gilded Leafing. If you've ever heard of the foil that you can use for decorating your cards or scrapbooking or whatnot, it's this. I'm sure some of you have probably used it. I had never used it before in my life. So anyways, it comes in this jar, which you can see is not very big. So I suggest that when you get this product, you find a big container because it grows. So I put it in one of these containers, and you can see it's very airy and light, and it will go everywhere. So you need to be careful. I wouldn't do any embossing or turn my heat gun on anywhere near it without the lid on. So today I'd like to show you how to use this product. It entails some of an older product that we had, heat and stick powder, which if you use it in conjunction with Versamark and then put the powder on and heat it, it will become sticky. Now I'm going to show you one way that you can use it to decorate, and this is a piece of the designer series paper. It's beautiful. The designer series paper is like watercolor paper. So I'm going to take my Versamark and I'm just going to put it around the edges like this. I'm going to take the heat and stick powder. Oops, I have to find my spoon, and I'll just put the lid on that. And we'll spread it or sprinkle it on where we put the Versamark. So I will move that powder out of the way too. Guess I have to clean up off that lid when I'm finished. Okay, so you can take your heat gun. Sorry about that. Things go flying. So I'm going to bring this back in very carefully, take the lid off. And then I'm just going to dip it, because if you touch along here, the side where I put the Versamark, it's very sticky. So we'll just do this. Just plunk it in there. Let it go where it wants. And then you just dust it off, or use your fingers and just kind of pull it off, because it's not going to be solid around the edge. It's just going to add some interest. It's kind of fun. It's amazing how this is so light and airy. Just work it. Take the excess off. Now the next thing I'm going to show you is that you can stamp on these flowers and just give them a little bit of a highlight. So I'm going to do it to the flower up here. And some of these don't match exactly, but it'll give you the essence. I could have used the other stamp, which is more solid, but I didn't want to have, oops, I got that on it, so we'll have to clean that off. Now I'll bring in my powder, heat and stick powder again. So what this does is just kind of give you gilded edges. And then bring my heat gun in, heat tool. Oops, gotta move this. And then you so again, it's sticky, and I'm just going to put some of the gold leafing on it. So just kind of pile it on and maybe tap it down a bit so that it sticks. I'm sure a jar of this will last forever, because you only want a little bit. You don't want it to and you can brush. I think the worst thing that can happen is if this thing turned upside down, because I don't think you'd ever recover the gold leafing. There. So that's the gold leafing. And you can see how it's perked up a little bit of that flower, still on the edges. So it's gilded gold, looks like, right? You've seen the old-fashioned furniture with gold leafing on it. So that's that one. Now I want to show you another product that is going to be new, and it is part of this suite as well. And they're acetate sheets. So there's some acetate sheets that are, I've used some of this, but so there's acetate sheets that are 12 by 12, and you can match them up to the papers and cut them and then attach them, and it's just kind of interesting. You don't have to have them exactly on the paper to match up. They can be a little off to give some interest. So there's that. There are 3 sheets in this set, and they're all different. So you could even this is the one that's another one that's just flowers, so that's a little different. If you wanted to put it on. And then, of course, there is just the design. Now, I think there is a piece of paper that this will go to. So just let me see. No, I guess I'm wrong. Anyways, I mean, you can put this on a plain piece of cardstock and it would be so elegant, or you could use it on the back side of one of the sheets just to give it a little bit of interest. So that's how that is. Now I did do a card with this. So I did the card with the first one that I showed you. And you don't have to do very much to your card to make it really nice. So this is the die that's part of the set, and then there's lots of words that you can use for any kind of sentiment. And then I just put some gold enamel dots on it just to add. This is a die that's in there, scalloped one that you can use. And I'll just show you, oh yes, and of course I decorated my envelope. I just want to show you the different designer series paper. So you saw one there, and these are the other ones. They're all so pretty. So the colors on the designer series paper are blue bumblebee, flirty flamingo, Mary Merlot, mossy meadow, night of navy, old olive, petal pink, pool party, poppy parade, pumpkin pie, so that's the pumpkin pie there, so saffron, terracotta tile, and whisper white. So here is a selection of the papers that you can choose to use, and they're all pretty. This one goes that way. And then of course the one that I showed you that you can put the acetate over, and the one that actually this is the one that I used to show you how to use the gold leafing. This is a fun suite. The colors are beautiful, and here are the back sides of the paper. So you can use this paper if you use it on this side or whatnot with just about any stamp that you have. Just play with them and have fun. So thank you for joining me